Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BVTV channel. It is great to be back. We have a big fight card tonight. This is more so a UFC Underground episode. Like, I don't think we have a fight on this card that anyone has a positive record, which is okay, because, you know, we also do have to focus just as much as we do on all the winning fighters, as well as the losing fighters, try to boost their records up. That's how we do it. So, with that being said, we've got a huge show. Let's get right into it in the light heavyweight division, as Glover Teixeira, who's 6-7, will take on the 0-3 Jean Villante. Meanwhile, in our main event tonight, it's going to be headlined once again by the featherweights, as the 2-3 Arnold Allen takes on the 9-10 Dooho Choi. A big, big main event tonight. Someone's going to be 500 again. That's what we want to see.
Next, a light heavyweight matchup between Glover Teixeira.
We're in the Bell Center for tonight. Herb Dean's going to kick things off for us.
Right, so the fight is underway. We will see how it plays out.
Is my show actually live?
Really hard to think of a weakness that we've seen on film from either guys in their UFC careers.
I feel like both of these guys are the top of the food chain. They're the
there we go. We are live.
That we could put inside.
Thank goodness.
They are so well-rounded. They have every skill, and that is going to be on display tonight in this key.
Like I said, I'm very much so looking forward to this. I think we're going to be in for a very big treat.
Well,
Glover Teixeira, who comes in at 6-7, I believe. I said that right. Yes. What is up, Tyler, man? How are you? Welcome, man. Right now, I'm trying to get this UFC stream out. I'm trying to stream a little bit later on into the night. I want to give people time to come home and do other things, so that way when they get back, they can kind of relax and just have fun.
Well, missed on that one.
I'm doing great. That's what's up, man. That's always good to hear. So I'm really looking forward to the stream. This is more of a UFC Underground episode, but I put it as a Fight Night one. I thought it was pretty appropriate. We got some big names on the show. I'm doing all right. I just woke up from a nap, so I'm like, yeah. Depending on how this week goes, I already shockingly finished my homework, and if I don't have much to do, yes, I'm using my headset for once. When I do my wrestling, the SVR series, I use my podcasting mic, so it's a bit different. And then when I do anything on PlayStation 5, it's gonna be this thing over here. But yeah, I'm probably going to... Oh my gosh, Glover Teixeira already wrecking Jean Villante. Villante coming back though, he's got Glover Teixeira rocked. Did anyone watch UFC, what was it, a 287, see what happened on that pay-per-view? That pay-per-view was nuts. Goodness gracious. This is getting nasty, folks. This is what we wanted to kick off the show with. Oh! Yeah, UFC 287 was nuts. That was one hell of a pay-per-view. Is you gonna watch Backlash? WrestleMania Backlash? I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, down goes Villante. It really just depends on what the card looks like. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar doesn't really appeal to me, and I don't really. I don't really care to see what. Sorry. I don't know if I care to see what's going on. It depends. The stories have got to be good, and the matches have got to be appealing. And I think it's going to be in Puerto Rico, so that's really cool. But it really just depends. I'm not gonna lie, Glover Teixeira is systematically destroying Jean Villante. I think it's going to be, Rey Mysterio and Bad Bunny versus the Judgment Day or something like that. That's the only match that I'm looking forward to. As for the rest of the fights, of the match, I don't know.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand.
Roman Reigns has become the next Brock Lesnar. I mean, yeah.
He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it.
But I think they've done that because with his type of title reign, he can't wrestle every premium live event, you know? He just can't. Because his stick would get old, you know, limiting his appearances. And, like, it's different. Like, when you look at legendary factions, I can give you one right off the bat. The Four Horsemen. They were weekly. But then again, you had so much talent there. You had Ric Flair, who was just like a charismatic ooze. You had Arn Anderson, you had Tully Blanchard, you had Ole Anderson, sorry. And then you can go back to the WCW days when it was Flair, Anderson. Holy wow! He killed him.
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So
Jesus Lord, he killed him. Does Roman really help those who need a push, though? Like, what do they do after him? Name one person who's done anything great after him, and don't say Sami Zayn, because he was already a made man when he was in the bloodline. Damn. He was already falling from the first shot, but then the uppercut just annihilated him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, who has he helped? In, like, do you mean like they got to push during the feud? I would hope they would. Congrats to Glover Teixeira, 7-7 in the UFC. He puts Jam Bounce at 0-4 after one of the most menacing knockouts I've ever seen in this game. Not even this game, in this series. And we've been doing this since UFC 2. Jesus Lord. Wow. Next up, folks, is going to be Carla Esparza taking on Ronda Marcos. Esparza's 5-8, Ronda Marcos is 6-10. At least Brock Lesnar doesn't cheat during his match. I mean, Brock normally doesn't cheat during his match. He just kind of kicks him behind. I can't really think of a time that Brock cheated as a heel either. So, yeah,
it's a great environment for the fighters. It's a
I don't know. I haven't really seen Brock cheat like that.
There aren't many places in the world that fighters love to compete in more.
Carla Esparza is 5-8. Ronda Marcos 6-10. Marcos in the red. Esparza in the blue. They go for the guillotine. Oh my God. Oh.
We're getting a finish here.
We might actually be getting a finish. This is in tight. I mean, she's got it rocked. I mean, you don't get this type of. Oh my God. And somehow Ronda Marcos escaping what I thought was imminent doom. She fell for that guillotine. The way that Esparza really just kind of tripped her leg, fell to the ground, held that guillotine in. That was pressure straight onto the throat and the neck, and that was not good. I thought Esparza was going to sleep.
There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
She went for the arm triangle. Tap. I think we're going to see a tap out. This arm triangle is applied. Again, she's got to flatten herself out in order to really get this move, you know, applied. Something she hasn't been able to do. Now she's starting to make the motions. Can she do it? No. Ronda Marcos escaping once again. And let's not forget, you know, Ronda Marcos has put some people to sleep with this, but so has Carla Esparza. Do not sleep on Carla Esparza's ground game. It's violent. Trish Stratus, honestly, I could care less about Trish Stratus. I seen that, and I was like, what, am I supposed to be impressed with something here? Because, like, what was the point?
She was in trouble. Now she is the one handing out the
Trish Stratus is not an active competitor.
Very quickly.
And no one cared. That crowd was dead for her heel turn. Not the Kimura. Good lord. See, this is, she's transitioning over to an armbar. See, this is not where Carla Esparza wants to be. Ronda Marcos, who's been put in some pretty bad situations, could be attempting to break the arm here of Carla Esparza. She's got it pretty bad. Oh, she snapped the shoulder. Ronda Marcos snapped the shoulder.
That is some opportunistic grappling right there, and nice finishing instincts as well. You see a lot of fighters get the dominant position, but aren't necessarily able to lock up the choke.
Jesus.
No problem with her as she gets one of the bigger wins of her UFC career.
That was nasty, folks. I mean, just take a look at this. Take a look. It just snaps. Wow. I mean, you can tell from the way the armbar went from a Kimura, the arm went like this, then got restructured. By the time that she snapped, something over here had the pop. Oh, it was gnarly. Congrats to Ronda Marcos. She is 7-10 in the UFC. That puts Carla Esparza to 5-9. Next up. So, next up it's going to be in the men's bantamweight division. So I got to find their records. As the 2-5 Eddie Wineland takes on the 5-7 Johnny Eduardo. This fight is up next.
Between Eddie Wineland and Johnny Eduardo.
So tomorrow night I plan on, ouch is right, dude, honestly. Tomorrow night I plan on doing the wrestling stream. I wanted to give some time away from that because we had Backlash on like Thursday, and then we had the regular one, our regular weekly one on Tuesday or Monday, I think it was. So I tried to like change up how we posted that. That was a lot of back-to-back there. It was almost 3 hours of content. And well, yeah, I think everyone would have, but like it just came out of nowhere, and it was like, all right, like what was the point if she's not going to be on TV regularly and not like?
All right, so both fighters now sort of struggling for position.
I don't know, it was just like, what? Okay.
What do you do to get out of it?
Honestly, all that is to give Becky Lynch some type of spotlight because she's not a champion right now, and they wouldn't have this problem if they weren't trying to
Yeah, he fixed it all up. He's throwing every part of himself into these
take time, bro, with the game. Yeah, exactly. Which I normally do, but I want to make sure I pop out content because I want to do some more like live content that isn't episodic for sure. Oh my god, Johnny Eduardo is just destroying Eddie Wineland. I mean, yes, the punches weren't completely landing, but the simple fact of it, he has so much power that even though they're being blocked, like halfway blocked, they're still staggering Eddie Wineland. Now that is something we have to take into account. Yes, those shots are being blocked to a certain degree, but let's not forget those are still 4-ounce gloves. The force is still going to rattle the human brain. It is nasty, and those shots have been very impactful to Eddie Wineland. So, to what I was saying before, I want to try to do a little bit more, want to run it. SP's not. Oh, I'm not even like, this is a whole simulation-based stream. Like, I don't really play it like that. It's a stiff elbow. But welcome to the stream, dude. Again, he's liking these elbows. I don't blame him. Nice knee to the face.
And they separate. Man, is he timing his shots well here tonight.
In my opinion, the better fighter so far has been Johnny Eduardo. He's landing more aggressively. He's landing some key shots in there.
He's also keeping very busy. That's a big strike right there.
Ooh. Eduardo trying to go 6 and 7. I don't know what someone is cooking, but it smells straight up like onion rings.
He looks so sharp tonight.
Battling for hooks.
I don't like onion rings.
Round 2 straight ahead.
Round 2, here we go. Honestly, in that round, 10-9 all the way for Johnny Eduardo. The only reason why I gave Eddie Wineland the 9 was just because, in all seriousness, he was trying to fight back. It wasn't very, I mean, it was one-sided, I feel, striking-wise on punches that were landing. But Eddie Wineland was still trying to find something that worked there. So I don't want to take points away from him, for he was trying to be an active and engaging fighter. Well, the point is because WWE is on this whole thing that if you have a long title reign and you have that makes you a legend. I remember reading this in like their PR thing that someone released from them, and that the whole point is they want to make Bianca Belair like this longest reigning like women's champion type crap of the modern era deal. They're trying to have everyone be like these long reigning champions. And my thing is this: that works for a brand like NXT. Because those guys you're developing. It does not work. Oh, down with Eduardo. This is not good for Johnny Eduardo. He got slumped real quick. Wineland going in the half guard. Now inside control. But no, as I was saying, is that they're on this thing that if you have a long title, it's going to work. Which is why we didn't see the title change at WrestleMania that was supposed to happen with Asuka winning the Raw Women's title. That's why that didn't happen. So then when you have stuff like that, it's like, okay, now people are going to be pushed down the card because we're going to try to force feed this one person this big title reign. And so they're trying to Roman Reigns Bianca Belair now. So now, for however long they do that, no one on Raw is going to be able to do anything relevant enough besides build themselves up, get taken down because they're not going to be able to beat Bianca Belair for X amount of time. So now everyone in the women's division of Raw is going to suffer, and now they needed something for Becky Lynch to do because you don't want her to drop her popularity. And then that's why they threw in Trish Stratus, because now it's a legend. Oh my God, you're feuding with the Hall of Famer. That's going to give you some bright lights. Which I'm not knocking Becky Lynch at all here. But what does this do long term for Becky Lynch? Oh, I beat Trish Stratus. Okay. You beat like soccer mom or yoga mom at this point in her career. This is not Trish Stratus from 2005. So I'm just looking at it in the perspective this is going to help build Becky Lynch up and other stuff. I'm like, all right. So then what does she do after Trish Stratus? Does she go back to competing for the women's title and then lose to Bianca Belair again? Do you don't want her to develop? It doesn't make sense to me. It's such a bad creative decision. The belt should have been taken off of Bianca Belair. Like I said during the WrestleMania watch party, that it should have been taken off of Belair at WrestleMania. And now Asuka's basically saving her own character on Twitter. Like, that's how bad it's gotten. So, my hope for the women's division right now on Raw is, yikes.
All right, single collar tie now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, down he went. It's amazing how the tide of this fight has turned. Oh, wait a minute. We got 3 minutes and 25 seconds left of this fight. Who is going to win this thing? I don't feel like we're going to a judge's decision. But no, I mean, and again, it's not me trying to like crap on WWE, but it's like this whole thing of having legendary title runs. That's great. But when you're forcing them, that's the problem. What made Hulk Hogan... Oh! Eddie freaking Wineland. And one hell of a banger fight tonight. This was one hell of a fight. This was the people's main event right here. Wow. But you know why that you believe that the SmackDown Women's Division is doing better? Is because who just became champion? Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. That was a decision that everyone wanted to see. So, of course, you know, it's easy to believe that the division is doing good because there was something that people wanted and they felt that someone deserved to be champion. And she didn't have to reinvent herself. And then now, here's the thing, too, is that do you keep both of your women's champions on a legendary reign, or do you shorten someone's time with it? What do you do? Now, unless they're going to start featuring multiple women in every, like, championship defense to get people over and keep them relevant, then that title is going to be just as stale as the Raw Women's title. What they've done is back themselves into a corner. Like, Gunther has had the Intercontinental title for ages, it seems like. But the difference between Gunther and a lot of these other people I've mentioned is that when you see his body of work, it's flawless. It is. So, shorten Bianca, they're not going to do that, though. They are so high on Bianca Belair, it's incredible. And it's no knock to Bianca Belair. I do think she's a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong. But, this is a strong but. I just don't see... I don't see the hype. I don't. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Eddie Wineland, 3-5. So Eddie Wineland's gone 3-5. Johnny Eduardo has gone. There you go, 5-8. Poor guy, he was getting close. He was getting close. That jab is stopping her in her tracks, and is not only a rangefinder. She is really dancing her. You know, right now we're dealing with the debut of Talia Santos. Talia Santos makes her debut tonight. She's 0-0, looking to go 1-0. She takes on the 2-6 Jessica I. Probably should have said that earlier. Women's flyweight division. Big punch to the body. So because once I get all the regular fighters, like debuts, then I can actually bring in the two created fighters who earned their contracts in UFC and the Dana White's Contender Series thing that we did, but I can't bring them in until we get done with every other debut. Under 2 minutes now to go in the opening round. Big shot. You know, sounds familiar. Santos in the yellow, I in the blue. Normally, I always try to root for the debuts to win, but I don't know. Jessica, I feel like she has something to prove in this fight. I don't want to jinx it, honestly. That has happened so many times, and I've always laughed when it does. Like, I'm really excited for when UFC 5 comes out because, well, I'm excited, but I'm not excited. Because last time, what I did for UFC 4 when it came out, I spent easily 5, 9... we'll estimate the 5-hour stream I did to 6. That's really almost 6 hours. About 4.5. It's about 10.5 hours. I probably spent 14 hours in 3 days on UFC content alone when the game first came out. That was wild. And then the next day I did another one with a pay-per-view that took 2.5 hours to do. So I was like, that was 16 plus hours on just UFC content in 4 days. And when I tell you, I was like dying. I was dying. There was so much fighting, and I was like, how am I still like enthusiastic for this? And we did the tournaments back then. And so on day 1, I did 3 16-fighter tournaments. Sorry, 3 16-fighter tournaments, and then one 8-fighter tournament. No, day 2 I did 216, 1-8. And I think on day 3, no, it was day 3 I did 316 wins. And then on day 2 I did 216 and 1 8 hour. It was 8 Friday. It was nuts. It was nuts. I want the entrance to back.
Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed without.
See, I used to do the entrances,
Pinpoint execution on the feet by Jessica.
but
Sometimes I feel like she is strictly a wrestler.
it takes so much more time to do them
Now she's got the Muay Thai plum.
that I just kind of skipped over it. Like, eventually I kind of do want to bring them back, but I don't.
Gets caught with that punch.
When it comes to this, I kind of like just jumping right into the fights. It just makes for an easier time and stuff to do them.
Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round 1,
Because the entrances add about like 20 plus minutes to this.
She's in a strong striking rhythm now. Right hand on point.
Also, like I was saying, I do want to try to stream a couple more video games that aren't episodic. Like right now, our 2 like episodic episodes that I do weekly are UFC and SVR 11. Oh my goodness! And
Big knee to the body.
eventually, when we finish SVR 11, I already have all the unlockables for SVR 12. Then we'll move to 13, 14, the dreaded 2K15. Oh God!
She's so good at transitions and movement. Her
Oh wow!
ability is unmatched.
All right, she's got her in a crucifix.
She's trying to go for the Umo.
Attempting an armbar here.
She's attempting a very awkward styled armbar.
Attacking armbar.
This is not good. I've never seen this type of version of an armbar before. This is very unique.
There it is.
Well, yeah, thank God that they're not like Undertakers. That stuff is painful. This is a very strange armbar because she's got a knee on like the chest. I'm not very familiar with this type of hold. She's trying to snap the bone forward. This is not good at all. Oh my God, how she escaped, I have no idea.
10 seconds.
I don't know how she escaped that. I thought she was going to tap. We're going to the 3rd and final round of this fight.
3rd round underway.
As you're going for Santos has looked impressive. That was, like I said, that was a very strange. What that was a modified armbar submission. I've never seen an armbar submission like that before, so I don't know the technical terminology of what that move is specifically. But with the way. From what it looked like, the elbow here was supposed to have bent forward. I don't know if she was trying to snap it or if she was hitting a pressure point. I don't think there's a pressure point here. But whatever she was trying to aim for with the elbow itself, that could have broken the elbow, which wouldn't have been good at all. I would definitely tap out. Well, that's the thing. Like, you know, there's a choke in mixed martial arts called the fulcrum choke. Khabib Nurmagomedov used this quite often, where it felt like your head was being popped off of your body. It was all pressure points it was hitting, and so it was basically putting your knee to the lower spine, your elbow to like the back of your. And you're just pressing these, and if you have a strong grasp, you're just clamping on the neck. It's pretty disgusting, honestly. That was a nice transition from Jessica Ai. The Von Flue choke has won so many championships here in the UFC. This is not good for Talia Santos. Is she history? Talia Santos goes out to the Von Flue choke. Jessica Ai with the win. She's now 3-6 in the UFC. She puts Talia Santos to 0-1. You know, just guys got to be loving it. I see you. That was impressive. She really made a comeback there, in my opinion. Talia Santos I thought was better for wear, and that was a surprising comeback. I'm not gonna lie. Right from I have a whole screen where I update all the records and stuff. Congrats to Jessica win this fight 3-6.
She had other ideas.
What? Yeah, 3-6 in the UFC. All right, next up, folks, is going to be in the lightweight division as the 1-5 Rafael dos Anjos takes on the 2-5 Tony Ferguson.
It is a lightweight showdown between Rafael dos Anjos.
Nope, I did not tap out.
Tony Ferguson.
You ready?
Rafael dos Anjos trying to bounce back from his 1-5 record. Tony Ferguson 2-5, not much better. Both these guys trying to just figure out how to win. And these two fighters here are some game competitions. I'm really looking forward to it.
Body shot now, but it's turned back by dos Anjos. All right, first round.
Listen, the names on this card are pretty epic. I mean, we're going to be seeing one of the greatest flyweight fighters ever. And Henry Cejudo come back against Brandon Moreno. We're going to see Amanda Nunes and Jermaine Duramedy. Hell, we'll even have Stephen Thompson come out. Anderson Silva versus Robert Whittaker. Tai-Tu versus Derek Lewis in a knockout sensation fight right there. There's a lot of big fights on this fight night card. And if we didn't have so many big names on this card, this would have been an underground episode. But because we had so many big names, we had to make this a fight night episode, absolutely. So next week it gets even bigger. Normally I don't reveal the next fight card, but I'm going to do that here. In the heavyweight division, ranked number 1, 13-5, Curtis Blades takes on ranked number 5, Daniel Cormier next week. On top of that, in the light heavyweight division, ranked number 8, Aldrich Cook takes on ranked number 5, Tito Ortiz. In the middleweights next week, we've got Chris Weidman, number 1, taking on number 7, Edmund Shabazi. We'll see in the welterweight division, Gilbert Burns, who's ranked number 2, take on ranked number 3, Mickey Gall. In the lightweight division, at the ranked number 1, Evan Dunham will take on ranked number 3, the undefeated 3-0 Antonio Russo. In the featherweight division, we'll have the 2-4 Josh Emmett take on the 1-3 Yair Rodriguez. In the men's bantamweight division, ranked number 1 Dominic Cruz takes on ranked number 5 returning Aljamain Sterling. We'll also see in the featherweight division the 5-7 Tim Elliott take on the 4-7 Dagger Elkins. And the women's bantamweight division, ranked number 2 Holly Holm takes on ranked number 4 Kana Tanaka. In the women's flyweight division, ranked number 4 Erica Fisher will take on ranked number 1 Rosa Escudero. And in the women's flyweight division next week, we'll see ranked number 1 Zhang Weili take on ranked number 2 Claudia Gadella. That's next week's fight card. That is an epic fight card for next week, for sure.
Effective punch there by Tony Ferguson.
Oh, Ferguson got rocked.
One more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing.
Oh, that front kick to the face.
Back to the feet. He engages in the single collar tie.
Nice spinning back elbow.
These low leg kicks.
Goodness gracious, let's actually update the records from last fight.
Tagged him with the uppercut, DC. We'll see if he can follow it up now.
He was so used to punches coming straight, he didn't see the hook. I'm sorry, he didn't see the uppercut coming from underneath.
Round 2 here.
When is your 100th? My 100th episode?
Beautiful hook. It landed perfectly. It hurt his opponent very bad.
Oh, and there's a land with the kick. So
Probably weeks from now, honestly.
When that's working, you know he's in for a good night.
Oh, beautiful jab by him there. Really.
I would think not for a while, at least for this series. I don't think so. Because this is 78.
Those hands never leave.
That's 22 more weeks, I think.
Most times you will block a shot. that's incoming.
Yeah, 22 more weeks.
Strikes have now landed for Rafael dos Anjos.
Which by that time
50% too when it comes to the connection rate.
should lead us to August, which would make perfect. Which would be perfect actually.
Oh, he might be out.
Because my whole thing right now is I'm really banking on UFC 5 to come out. For the simple fact that, like, I need UFC 5 to come out. You know? Oh, absolutely. Like that's what I'm waiting for. I'm pre-ordering UFC 5 as soon as it comes out. On top of that, trying to think what else, like, what else is coming out. Like I said, I've heard really mixed rumors about WWE 2K23. Some people said it's great, and some people have said once you play it for like a month, you'll basically never play it again. And I'm looking like, okay, I'm still waiting for NCAA football. So am I. Because, like, I don't mind going back to college football 12 or 13, whatever one I have. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like, if Madden is coming up with one in 2024, I'd rather just wait for Madden. You know? That's kind of what I'm waiting on, for the most part. Honestly, Tony Ferguson is surprisingly dominating here on the ground against Rafael dos Anjos. I never thought I'd ever say that before, but here I am saying that. That's a. Honestly, it's not supposed to be that. The arm's supposed to be bent the other way forward, and the reason why it looks so bad is because it's. And oh, there we go. Thank God they fixed it, because that was looking nasty, man. He is wrenching on it, but can Rafael dos Anjos hang in there? He taps before the horn. He tapped before the horn. Holy hell! He tapped out Rafael dos Anjos. Because you made my day when you created me. Oh, that's awesome, man. I hope, I'm glad I did. It's a series I don't mind doing, but it's a series that takes my time too, man. Right now, with my time being limited, I've got to try to consume what I can and focus on things that I can actually, like, put out consistently. Which is why I do just UFC and SVR 11 as weekly series. I know I can put them out. There's probably like a couple things I just stopped doing. It's like, well, if I do this, I'm not going to be able to put out consistently, and I want to put something every once in a while. I'm trying to make it like weekly. One hell of a finish. I still cannot get that smell. Oh my God, it's terrible.
So what a performance by this young man here tonight.
There you go. Congrats, Tony Ferguson. 3 and was it 5? 3 and 5 in the UFC puts Rafael dos Anjos to 1 and 6. Good Lord. Next up, folks, is going to be in the women's bantamweight division. As the 4 and 11, you heard that right. 4 and 11, Amanda Nunes takes on the 6 and 7, Germaine de Ramadi. This fight is up next.
And Germaine de Ramadi.
Hey, absolutely, that's one thing. I try to put my subscribers in games. Like right now, I know I have 2 waiting to be put into this game, but I've got to like delete 2 fighters in order to do that, because they only give like a 20 fighter slot. So I'm like struggling to figure out who to take out, who to not take out. So I've been trying to take out losing fighters and putting in other people in there.
I want to see who can truly force their style
Ooh.
on the other one. Ooh, big shot to the body.
Nothing to the face. Meanwhile, I did the records for these two. Did one in Eduardo and I did Glover. Okay.
Man, that looked like it hurt. Nice kick by her there. It absolutely did hurt.
That is wild. What is with all the one side losing?
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy.
So this guy we did 3 and 6. Yeah, that's the one thing, you know. It's like I said, I'd like to keep doing college football. Like, I'd like to do a Blitz the League football more than anything else, but that would take all of my time. That's like a 3.5, 4 hour stream that I gotta, like, that's just too much time for the game that old, for sure.
Yeah, regardless of gender.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Like right now, I'm debating because like I'm a big horror fan, and I'd like to kind of like stream Evil Dead. It would have been Dead by Daylight, but I'm just not. I don't like that community. The Dead by Daylight community is a very toxic gaming community, and they have a hacker problem still. And I don't want to deal with all that craziness. So the Evil Dead community, it's kind of funny. It's like the opposite. Like the devs are horrible, but the gaming, but like the community itself is like fantastic. Like I've never seen such happy people in my life. And so I really want to try to do something with Evil Dead. That's why it's on like my little hangar thing over there. And because I play Overwatch with my friends so much, I'm like, well, maybe I should stream this, but I don't play competitively. So it's like, well, I feel like if I'm going to stream Overwatch, I have to play competitively, and something I just don't do. And then with one of my friends being on PC, they were on like Xbox. We're all in different like pools for competitive, so we can't even play together competitively. So that's even worse. And I'm like, come on. It's like there's like things that like prevent stuff from happening. But the one thing I can probably say, like, I've never really streamed the game just for views, which I'm very proud of, because half the games that I stream aren't popular enough to even get me any views like that, which probably hurts like the growth of my channel now that I think about it. But like, I'm pretty sure if I would have streamed WWE 2K23, I would have had like at least 10 subscriber buff and other stuff, but I wouldn't have been happy with streaming 23. And like it was a pain to even try to stream 2K22. Like when I say that game was so boring, and everyone was saying how great it was, and I was like, there's nothing to do in this game that wants me to come back to it. So I was like, no.
That all that repetition, all that work with her boxing coach is going to pay dividends inside of the octagon. Beautiful body kick.
Like the GM mode thing, how have they still not made that like how it was in 07? And the reason why I stopped doing my 07 GM mode thing was because my capture card broke. I finally got one to work, and my PS2 is so wonky that it like dies some days and doesn't die the next day. So I'm like, I can't really use that as anything. You know, Amanda is trying to destroy Jermaine Duromedy. Literally. Goodness gracious. Well, that's the one thing. I don't like. The only my career I've ever played of 2Ks was the basketball, like 2K, NBA 2K. I play like I would never even bother with a 2K. Like the only time I did a gym mode was when I was playing 2K16 when 2K18 came out, and I needed to fill content for like 2-3 months, and so I did a GM mode like live. Not a gym mode, my career mode live, and I was just doing that just to kill content until I got 2K 18 for my birthday or whatever. That's the only time I did it. So like I hated showcase mode. 2K22's showcase mode was, they just disrespected Rey Mysterio. That guy has had so many classic matches, and they threw that crap together. So I said there's a ton of complaints I could have about 2K, and like right now I finally found a way to make 2K23 fun for NBA. Yes, it's just a struggle.
She works the body as well as anybody in this division. Another strike there, and these shots are really going to take their toll as this fight moves on.
So I'm just impressed with how they've kept this pace going this entire fight.
Nice.
20 seconds to go.
You hear Amanda Nunes' court saying, all it takes is one punch. Oh, that leg got frozen up. Not what Amanda Nunes needed.
And that's the end.
So both these fighters have tore each other up for 10 minutes so far.
Entertaining rounds. We'll see how it goes in this round. We'll see which corner sort of maximize those 60 seconds on the screen.
This is what happens when you get
WWE 2K needs to copy some
evenly matched fighters coming together. Nobody has really taken a lead.
Some NBA 2K. I wouldn't say all that now. I definitely wouldn't say all that.
Looks as though her leg might be hurt here, limping a little bit. Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect.
Oh.
68 total strikes have landed for Jermaine.
That leg is starting to really give way, folks.
39% accuracy tonight against Amanda Nunes. Nice knee to the midsection there.
Goodness gracious. You see this? I'm like, my God, Jermaine Durhamity. Oh, now her leg is messed up. Both these fighters got some messed up legs going on.
Dominating and slowing down her opponent. Look for her to continue doing that same
Those
technique.
calf kicks, man, they will kill you.
Very nice leg kick there by Nunes.
But I wouldn't say. Oh gosh, that, you can see that the knee right now is swelling and kind of bending. I don't like that. That's not good at all for Amanda Nunes. It's looking really messed up. Now the uppercut. But she's got. Oh, she's just staggering around.
Oh, big punch lands. Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
Oh, the leg. Oh, that leg is giving out.
She has to react. She has to go chase.
If this continues, the referee's going to stop this fight. If she cannot stand, she cannot defend herself.
Big kick.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. GDR getting tattooed by that stiff jab.
What was Rey Mysterio's overall this year?
That takedown was because she had to get that takedown.
I don't know anyone's overall unless I stumble upon it on like YouTube where I see their overall reveal or whatever.
Well, she connects with a right hand. She loves that right hand, and why not?
It's her best punch, and if her opponent doesn't change something, she's gonna go to sleep.
Her corner men are losing their minds. She got stunned by that strike earlier in the round. But
Oh, now, not good for Jermaine Durhamity. It's only 40 seconds left. She can't afford to get stopped like that.
Right now, she has not done a good job.
Back to her feet now. Good sign for her there.
Nice body kick.
Both of these fighters have literally tried to decimate and destroy each other.
Gets caught by the elbow.
That's not good to end a fight. That's not good to end a fight. This is a tough one. I don't know who you give this to. Both of these fighters they gave him like an 80.
This
Wow.
is the most uncomfortable situation in all of fighting. Not knowing whether or not you won the fight. But if I could give her something...
The official decision is now in. It resides with
I don't know. Both of these fighters probably feel that they have won.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest 29-28, the random.
Okay.
Judge 2 scores it 9-28, Nunes. And
Okay.
Judge 3 scores it 9-28. Declared the winner by split decision,
Jermaine Durhamity wins it by split decision. She's now 7-7 in the UFC. She puts Amanda Nunes to 4-12.
Yeah, she won the fight, but it was just very,
This was a
very
huge
closer.
fight. That was a close fight, folks. That was one hell of a fight.
Credit to her
He's like an
opponent.
86. That's
Also,
ridiculous.
credit
Wasn't it like an 88 last year? I think he was an 88. But congrats to Jermaine Durhamity and one hell of a fight against Amanda Nunes. Unfortunately for Nunes, she's 4-12. That girl can't buy wins to save her life.
And Brandon Moran.
You ready?
You ready? Fights. Men's flyweight division, the 4-5 Henry Cejudo takes on the 8-9 Brandon Moreno.
The most dominant, well-rounded
So let's go to over here.
Well, he's got the reach advantage.
Nunez, I don't know. It's, yeah, she's poor Amanda Nunez. She's been struggling ever since freaking I started this series. 4 wins now, 12 losses for her.
Well, he told us on Thursday you don't get paid to fight 15 minutes. To that end, early takedown is there.
His ideal fight. Now he's attacking the triangle.
Whoa.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep.
Well, yeah, it looks like he's getting deep, but he's not, though. That's the reality of it. This armbar has been applied. Maybe now Cejudo may be in trouble, but Cejudo was able to escape. Cejudo was able to escape the disaster.
Now into his mouth.
This is not where you want to be if you're Brandon Moreno. At the mercy, basically, of Henry Cejudo.
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big.
Literally, Cejudo, he's not able to escape from this position.
And if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
So if he was in it, why'd they drop him so badly? Like, it wasn't like he had a bad year. Uh-oh. Brandon Moreno gave up the armbar. It's not where you want to be if you are Brandon Moreno.
He should be defending right now.
He should be defending, and he's not. He's now defending this armbar. This is not good.
It's in there deep. There you go.
This could spell disaster for Brandon Moreno. Oh, he's giving the arm. This is not good for Moreno at all. Can he hang on, try to find an escape? Brandon Moreno taps out to Henry Cejudo.
Great job. Great performance.
Henry Cejudo is now 5-5, and the UFC is back to 500. He puts Brandon Moreno to 8-10. A definitive finish here for Henry Cejudo. A much-needed victory.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done. All right, the official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine has called a stop to this contest.
To me, that just doesn't make sense. Like, why did they down him so badly?
Due to an armbar, Henry the Messenger Cejudo.
All right, so there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before.
Congrats to Henry Cejudo, man. 5-5. Next up is going to be in the middleweight division. As the 2-6, Anderson Silva takes on the 3-6, Robert Whittaker. This is going to be huge. This is going to be a huge main event. A main event, sorry. This will be a huge fight. I don't know why it's a main event.
Robert Whittaker has a fantastic legacy. What better way to try and secure that legacy but by beating
Prime Anderson Silva versus Robert Whittaker. It's going to be nuts.
Anderson Silva. This is a big moment for Robert Whittaker in terms of legacy.
Oh, heck yeah.
Nice punch by Robert Whittaker.
It's fights like this, that's why I put this as a fight night, show.
It's one thing to have an edge and reach. It's another to take advantage. Nicely done.
Oy.
Unable to connect there.
Goodness gracious.
Silva gets touched by that.
Nice shot to the body.
There, nicely done by the opponent.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round.
To make sure I've updated all the rankings and the records so far, and I think right on top of it.
Robert Whittaker is a great striker. I mean, he has it all when it comes to the stand-up in the boxing, and that is on full display right now.
Silva gets hit with a kick here. Let's see how he responds.
We have updated everything. Let's go.
Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't.
No, of course you don't.
Wind up on that kick, but he somehow
I don't think anyone would want to eat those.
So much force.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Anderson the Spider Silva.
Beautiful strike.
Seconds now to go in the round.
Crowd chanting for Brazil.
Single collar tie now.
Near the face. Oh, okay.
And they separate. And now
imagine if he was fighting in the in Brazil right now. This crowd would have been going ham.
Right hand now just misses. Huge.
Terrified Super Punch got blocked. Some nasty blood just got spewed out.
30 seconds to go in the round.
Beautiful leg kick throw.
So I feel like this round was more so a feeling out process for both these fighters. They didn't want to really throw a caution to the wind just yet.
Oh, he tagged him with the punch there, DC. That's an educated left hand.
He's got great timing with his left hand.
All right, round 2 is now upon us. Pretty competitive first 5 minutes.
Both fighters did not touch gloves. Okay.
His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though.
Way to hide that leg kick. Another big leg kick.
So I'm waiting to see when these guys will start throwing some high-impact shots. No one's really staggered anybody yet. It's been a very calculated fight.
Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate.
That was a wonderful head kick.
All right, so 43 total strikes have landed for Anderson Silva. And landed
Wow,
with
43.
55% accuracy against
55% actually. Holy hell. That's Robert Whittaker. I was like, whoa.
I mean, they print the shirts.
It's a great nickname. I don't know why he fought it. It's a fantastic nickname, and it fits him to a T. Bobby Knuckles, we all love you. We all love that nickname, buddy.
So I'm just observing this as you guys are, but I'm very much surprised. So they've kept, here's the thing, they've kept space. And they haven't done combination, which is right. But both these guys are waiting for the other to make a mistake, and they're both trying to fight the perfect fight.
If he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish his fight.
Oh, nice job to get the guard up there as the strike is blocked.
Nice head kick, and that's what they were waiting for, the window of opportunity.
Single collar tie here.
Good punch land. You take more of these leg kicks.
Oh!
You don't really stand after
Oh, man.
a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
See, here's the thing, Silva's trying to now close in. I could even tell that my flush was like glitched out. Gotta love the animation blending.
And these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Nice punch lands over the top.
30 seconds to go in the round.
Whew.
20 seconds to go round 2.
Wow. 5 seconds left, round number 2.
What a round.
That was round number 2. The ending half of round number 2 was way better than round number 1, for sure.
The adjustments are going to be the key, John. When you're doing everything you're trained to do.
I mean, now that these two have a good feel for each other, we should see some heavy bombs start to get traded throughout these 5 rounds. Because none of these fighters should feel like they have done enough to win this fight. They shouldn't. Because truthfully, not enough has happened in this fight. Excuse me, sorry. Not enough has happened in this fight for them to feel that they've done anything.
Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Whitaker's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. How good is that right hand?
So both fighters, they've just taken too much time waiting. And that's one thing both these fighters are. This fight may go to a decision for the simple fact that they've taken so much time just to wait for the other one to do anything. And that's what's really causing the mistakes here. Like, finally, an actual combination has landed.
You don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
73 total strikes have landed for Anderson the Spider Silva. And if you care, just over 40% on the connection rate thus far, 41% accuracy tonight against Robert Whitaker.
So 41% accuracy for Anderson Silva. I think what almost is about over 50% for Robert Whitaker.
I'm not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up.
Has he been aggressive in pressuring? I haven't been able to tell.
He connects there. Pretty nice punch there.
Great job finding the range to land those.
Oh.
Connection there.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement. Perfect position.
Oh! The head kick to knock out Anderson Silva. Robert Whitaker with a huge knockout victory tonight. There we go. Robert Whitaker, ladies and gentlemen, goes on to be 4-6 in the UFC. Now he puts Anderson Silva to 2-7. A huge knockout victory. I said both these fighters were trying to fight the perfect fight, and it was a pretty boring fight up until this point. Congrats to Robert Whitaker on winning this fight tonight.
And in order to get a fight of the night like you got tonight, both guys have to be willing to participate.
Yeah, that's something that wasn't really a thing.
At 3 minutes, 25 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Robert Whitaker.
Well, he's smiling ear to ear and
congrats to Robert Whitaker on winning this fight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then
this was a huge fight, folks. Congrats to Robert Whitaker winning. He's now 4-6 in the UFC, and Anderson Silva 2-7. As we go on to the next fight of the night, and that, my friends, is going to be in the welterweight division as the 2-6 Stephen Thompson takes on the 4-6 Neil Magny.
It's a welterweight matchup between Stephen Thompson and Neil Magny.
Here we go.
Ready? You ready to fight?
All right, so the fight is underway.
All right, Stephen Thompson in the blue trunks, Neil Magny in the white trunks. So Thompson comes in at a 2-6 record, Magny 4-6, and you see Magny wasting no time getting straight to it and bringing the fight to Stephen Thompson. Just needed the face. Wow.
Just misses with the left hook.
My water bottle is over there. There we go.
Takedown without issue.
He lands a big knee to the body.
Oh, nice land there with the punch. You see, he's taking advantage of what is an obvious edge in the punch. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown?
Jeez, I need that.
Oh, strong punch there by Thompson.
That's what there is. Like, after actually commentating for like an hour straight on like a sport thing, you have to have so much water with you. It's wild.
Oh, big left hook there.
So you see the Magny's corner saying to land high. Let's see if he follows that advice.
That comes from him throwing that kick.
So what it seems like to me is that the way that Magny's approach was for the first 2 minutes of the fight was to approach aggressive, approach fast, and it really did kind of throw Stephen Thompson off a bit, which is a bit surprising for the Wonder Boy, but so far it seems like Thompson's now weathered the storm and is on the verge of trying to fight his pace. Trying to fight his fight. Well, that's what it did look like. But now it looks to be that Neil Magny is still controlling the pace.
Get your head moving, son. So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for one of the best to ever do it, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. There's no tell.
Oh, got him again with that. It's more like a kidney kick, I'm telling you.
Inside leg kick.
If that takedown gets stuffed again, he can't seem to get it to take him down.
Continuing to try to get a more dominant position. Flush right hand is true. And they separate.
Ooh, that was a nice knee to the body from Thompson. I think he kind of kicked him in the thigh there. It seemed to be effective. Finally takes him down. Down to end the half guard.
30 seconds now to go in the round.
Take some shots to the body and to the face. Is smart. Thompson able to get back to his feet though.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round.
He ate the kick to get a couple shots, and was that wise? He's really got to be careful when Wonder Boy starts kicking, because a Wonder Boy knockout kick can come from anywhere, and you won't see it coming.
In terms of seeing the strike before it came his way.
He did a great job of moving his head as his opponent was attacking.
Nice shot to the body.
His opponent tried to do great combinations together. It was his block defense that was really saving the day for him. Nice punch there.
It looked like he was trying to hook.
Attempt unable to get the fight to the ground. Nice job by the opponent.
Nice job by the opponent defending the takedown, but now he is going to have to mix it up to get the first shot. Will not work. He's got to go 1, 2, 3 at a time to try to overwhelm.
That's neat. Oh, that was a nasty knee, man. Beautiful kick to the face from Thompson. He got the takedown. I didn't think he was going to get it. I mean, for the way it looked like he wasn't going to be able to. These are two good wrestlers, though. This is going to be tough to see who's going to kind of outdo the other. He's into him to half guard.
Nice connection by him there.
And the went to side control. Trail for the Kimura, couldn't get it. Thompson had a lot of awareness there. So this fight, when Magny's been successful, it's because he's kept a fast-paced type of fight. It's made it unpredictable for Thompson to really figure out what's going on. It's more of a blitz-type strategy. For those of you who know football, a blitz is basically going in and having someone kind of just bulldoze right in. It's something that the quarterback and the offensive line may not see because of how fast it happens. And that is the exact approach that Neil Magny has taken to this fight.
Striking with 48% accuracy tonight thus far against Stephen Thompson. All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three.
But Magny, for the most part, has done pretty good with avoiding, to this point, the major devastating kicks in the arsenal of Stephen Thompson. Good takedown. He gets it again. He's already inside control. This is good. Down to half guard.
The timing was just too good. Before he could even defend, he's already off.
Oh.
It's hard to run.
I don't know if this is where specifically Thompson wants to be.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent.
He's got the back. Again, Thompson with the awareness to avoid the choke. Back in the half guard. Thompson's avoided a lot of dangerous situations. I've got to say, I'm very impressed.
Side control now. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground.
Here, Magny just gets him a couple shots and call it there. We're going to round number 3 of this fight. The touch gloves, the respect's still there.
Straight punch lands.
But now, this is when it's going to get interesting. This is where we're going to see the adjustments that Stephen Thompson has made in this fight. And what adjustments have Neil Magny made, if he's made any? I'm not going. In my opinion, I do strongly believe that Stephen Thompson is down 2 rounds.
Oh, massive knee to the head. Big knee there.
So I do feel that Stephen Thompson has to be the aggressor in round number 3. Because on my scorecard, I have Neil Magny winning 2018.
Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see.
This is when Stephen Thompson's at his most dangerous, and Neil Magny's finding that out the hard way. But can he weather the storm?
And using a lot of diverse strikes.
Just over 3 minutes.
Oh, that uppercut did some damage. Oh, Magny's down. This is what Thompson needed.
72 total strikes have now landed for Stephen Thompson. Well, on a pretty good connection rate thus far, hitting on 1 out of every 2. The accuracy rate is 50% against Neil Magny.
I can tell you that Neil Magny can't even believe what just happened. He was winning this fight for sure. And now we might be questioning that. This could easily end up in a draw with the way Neil Magny is getting destroyed by Stephen Thompson. It's over! Oh my God. He froze him. He froze him. Stephen Thompson, who was losing this fight, just decimated Neil Magny. Magny's 4-7. Stephen Thompson is 3-6. But look at this, folks. I mean, he froze him here. I've never seen this. He froze him, folks. Like his whole body just jolted.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop this contest at 3 minutes, 17 seconds of the 3rd round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Stephen Thompson.
Congrats to Stephen Thompson, 3-6 in the UFC. Let's go on to the next fight we got for you. It's going to be in the heavyweight division. This is one that a lot of people wanted to see. The 4-6 Tai Tuivasa takes on the 6-8 Derek Lewis. This heavyweight collision's up next.
Next, it's a heavyweight collision between Tai Tuivasa and the Black Beast, Derek Lewis.
Here we go, heavyweight action.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Fight.
Well, these guys have been on each other's radars.
Both fighters touch gloves. Here we go.
It shall be done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we're getting a kickboxing match tonight or what?
You just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to be
Trying
able
to update
deploy
the
their
last
strategy
fight.
the way that they need to. This is a close fight on paper, and also in every performance we have seen them put on, these guys seem to be the mirror image of each other.
Well, really using his reach advantage there with that punch, DC. Good defense to block the strike coming back. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. Oh, what a division.
Look at the force
Let's see,
behind that leg
Tuivasa
kick.
and Lewis.
Great punch.
Cool. Alright, cool. So that's been updated. Let's go on to this fight. This has been a freaking rocking fight so far. That's why I expected to strap nothing but punches.
Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked.
It's funny, these guys have actually fought in real life, too. I think it was Derek Lewis, though, who got the win.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
Trying to go for a takedown, can't get it to happen. Nice head kick.
This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up.
Very rarely do I see Derek Lewis with a freaking...
And now he's got him hurt very badly.
So just over 20.
This kick in the back of the knee. This actually weakened the... sorry, that's the side of the thigh, but that's how you weaken The legs of somebody.
Knees, as we might say in Boston, some wicked, effective knees.
I love when you talk like that.
I know you
think it's
And when those legs get weak,
there's a guy. I love the way
Derek
you
Lewis
talk,
is going to
but I love
capitalize.
the way this guy fights, and
You
throws
see, he's
those
waiting
knees
to get
in order to shut the
that
lights
uppercut
off.
in. He's waiting to get it in.
Oh, he's got it going now. Nice connection there, DC.
Another punch landed.
And he caught the kick. Almost in range with the straight left, but that's a miss. Already closes the distance.
Do it for the children. Whoever put that in there, you're a freaking savage. Do it for the children. That was wild.
Tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rally.
He's like the most leg kicks I've ever seen Derek Lewis throw.
Wide open, you're going to pay the price, and he certainly did there as his opponent lands flush to the midsection. Some nice back and forth action here. And they separate. Trying to establish that jab once again. Round 2 is next.
Wow.
All right, round 2.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Tuivasa gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up.
Nice, sneaky head kick.
There goes Tuivasa trying to finally start making some type of comeback here against Derek Lewis in round number 2.
Shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're going to sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand. Jab, right hand, hook. That's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit.
The combinations are really starting to rise for Derek Lewis here.
Man, let this guy have the whole thing.
So 57 total strikes have landed.
You know, Tuivasa needs to get something going.
Not the most efficient performance, landing with 47% accuracy tonight against Ty.
Oh, the chin's starting to waver. It was the kick, surprisingly, not the punches. Oh, but that uppercut was sneaky as hell. And that quickly dropped Derek Lewis.
Look at how tough the opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight. Big punch from the clinch.
All right, single collar tie now. Well, we'll see if he can turn this defense into offense, but he's doing a great job blocking shots here tonight.
He's doing a great job blocking shots, absolutely.
And he's doing a great job of not taking any damage.
Nice uppercut.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Just over 2 minutes now to go.
Oh! That could be it. That's it. That is it. Derek Lewis with the knockout in round number 2. He puts down Ty Tuivasa. What's up, Hunter Man? How are you? One hell of a knockout tonight for Derek Lewis. And folks, it's time for our main event now.
Saw that little crack of an opening and barged right through it to get the knockout. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this. Here now, Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies
With the official decision.
Called to stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 2 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by...
How you been, Hunter? What's your thoughts on Brian Cage re-signing with AEW? My thoughts on that? Whoop-de-doo. It's not a big signing. I know people are like, oh my god, but it's not a big signing. I don't know why people are... Who cares? It's no knock to Brian Cage, but he's not interesting. He's not. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like Brian Cage. I don't see what the hype is around him, you know. So I'm glad that he's got a big contract. Of course, I'm glad he's getting get that money, man. Absolutely. But as far as
all right, coming up next, a UFC featherweight division fight.
It's not a game changer. He's been there before. He'll do nothing again, you know. Pretty much how it is, because he clowned them the last time he was there and he left. So to see him back, it's like, all right, you just talked bad about them, now you're back with them. How does that make you look, you know? So I don't know, it's just meh. What is my thoughts on Jay White signing? I will answer that in just 1 second. I just want to update everybody on this. By the way, folks, Arnold Allen comes in at a record of 2-3. Dooho Choi 9-10. Choi's on the white trunks. Allen's in the red trunks. This is our main event. The Choi's already down. And by the way, Derek Lewis 7-8 in the UFC. Tai Tuivasa 4-7. So with that being said, back to your question. When it comes to Jay White, that's actually a tough one. Trying to think of what to say about Jay White.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to
well,
come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
I don't know how to feel about it. If in all honesty, like
He's able to slip the left there.
like I didn't see him going to WWE at all.
Great connection.
But
Oh, nice jab.
His misses are entertaining.
like it's very weird. I feel like he didn't make the right decision, and I know this isn't a popular one, but I felt that AEW isn't going to utilize him right. Like, when you look at his body of work in New Japan, right? Jay White and Brian Cage, which to me is wild. Especially for Brian Cage. Because he just talked bad about them, and then he take a 3-year contract. But in terms of Jay White, is he going to bring over the Bullet Club to America? Is he going to still work in Japan? It's just weird. Arnold Allen is decimating Dooho Choi. Holy hell. Like, Dooho Choi's getting rocked. But I'm just not... I don't know what to really feel about this. I think he would have been better in Impact. I think if he wanted to be the guy at a company and didn't feel like he was the guy in New Japan, he should have went to a company like Impact Wrestling, not AEW. Or he should have signed with WWE. So I don't see, I think after his 3 years, he's going to go on to WWE or Impact Wrestling and maybe back to New Japan. I don't see him being very happy in AEW for a very long time. So that's my thoughts on Jay White for the most part. It's more like a big question mark, if anything, for sure. I think both want to go to WWE because they won't sign long term. Well, I mean, 3 years, no matter how you look at it, is a very long time. It's definitely a long time to be at a company. But I think if I was Jay White, I would have taken a 1-year deal and seen what happens. That's what I would have done. Oh! Arnold Allen knocks out Dooho Choi in round number 1. He puts Dooho Choi to 9 wins, 11 losses, and Arnold Allen becomes 3-3. He's in the 500 column, ladies and gentlemen. Congrats to Arnold Allen to win this fight, folks. We've got one last part of this stream, and that is the awards. So let's see what they are. Performance of the Night KO went to Arnold Allen. I would have to disagree and say that Knockout of the Night should go to Stephen Thompson. Fight of the Night for me was Amanda Nunes and Jermaine Duromedy. And then Performance of the Night submission. For the first time ever, I'm going to give it to 3 fights. Henry Cejudo, Brandon Moreno, Ronda Marcos, and Carlos Esparza, and Santos and Jessica Ai. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the BVTV channel. We'll see you tomorrow for some SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 gameplay. We'll see you then, everybody. Peace out. And